Gonzalez. What do you think of him?
Okay. You know, like the fact he didn't give in to the first inning was a little frustrating for him, but you know, I hate the walks. We gave up what, I think 5 walks and a hit by pitch, something like that. We were fortunate to hold them 2 runs in doing that. But you know, I thought the bullpen was real good, and Miggy, I thought the last out he got was big, obviously. But he was good. You know, he didn't break.
Did Manny have to convince you to put him in, or was it pretty clear? And obviously,
he wanted to play yesterday. He wanted to play yesterday, but he, like I said, I kind of checked him last night by the time to get ready to hit, but no, we'll see how he feels tomorrow. I got a little not concerned. I mean, when he ran the 1 foul ball out, kind of flared to right field, and he came back to home plate, I thought, didn't know what was going on, but he felt good. You know, I'll talk to him on the plane. We'll see. We got a quick turnaround again tomorrow, another day game. God bless. Memorial Day's tomorrow, right? What is do you really barbecue on Memorial Day? Like, is that like I don't think I can't remember the last time I had that day to do that. So we'll see.
Any concern there with Zach in the 9th? What was that?
No, he just caught his spike. He told Richie. It's a nice little time to take a blow there. You know, that's something that you know, he and a lot of our guys really worked diligently on this spring. So it was one of our, we talk about points of emphasis this spring with some of our pitchers defensively, and especially Zach and Brian have really improved. And today was a good example. That was a tough play.
Because of the way the games had gone, it was only Zach's second time as you know, closing it out. And the first time here, people saw him. Do you recognize anything more, you know, different about him as a closer than other roles?
No, I think it's too early. You know, he's had a couple chances to pitch the last 3 outs, and there'll be some times that he'll need to get us some big outs, maybe in the 7th or 8th, depending on the situation. Just matched up well for us. I thought Gilmet had a good, clean inning. And Brian went through a really tough part of the order there, got a big strikeout. But Zach was, you know, I thought he got it was a challenging strike zone today. And, you know, Zach had some pitches that could have made it look a lot. It was 3 up, 3 down, right? And it felt like it. I know that's something that makes everybody that's watching feel more comfortable.
Look, I know it's May, and I know it's just one game, and we maybe have a tendency to make bigger things out of just a game.
I reckon.
But given the fact you guys go on a 10-game road trip, I mean, you would have lost 3 or 4 home, you would have dropped back down to 500. I mean, did this game have a little bit more, I don't want to say sense of urgency, but it have something to it?
No, Dan, we can't live in that world. If you do that, oh my gosh, if coming in today, if we lose 3 out of 4 at home, or oh my gosh, if we don't sweep this team because of you can't do that, because these are major league players. Every day you got to assume the position and see what the boys have in store for you, more importantly what the game has in store for you. So if you live in that world where you're you know, doom and gloom and oh my gosh, you know, the toughest part of this homestand for me was driving home yesterday and seeing everybody downtown in orange and knowing that we didn't, you know, return the favor by playing better. So, you know, we move on. We'll, like I've said, we're going to have about, what, 12 or 13 more games on the road than at home by the time we get back. And feels like we hadn't hardly been home. I barely unpacked. I was early this morning, about 6:30, I was thinking, I'm packing again. I should have just left it all in there. You know, a lot of guys do. They just leave it in there, and they leave it here and pay a clubby to wash it. That's pretty smart. So take a good look at these clothes. You're going to see them all year. But I try not to dwell. Does it cross your mind? Of course, you're human. First of all, Cleveland's a good team. We're getting ready to go play one of the best teams in the National League. Cleveland was in the playoffs last year, and I'll tell you, they've got a good chance to do it again.
And how tough is that when you do interleague? What adjustments do you, as a manager, do you have to make?
Well, it's like the problem with it now is that it's seesaw. You don't get it consistently. You get ready. I worry more about getting the pitchers ready than anything else to do some things offensively. It's a real challenge for the coaching staff too, and advanced scouting. But as far as, are you talking about managing in the National League rules? Is that what you're alluding to? I'm not going to downplay it or heighten it too much until it's all over. But there's some different challenges, just like there's different challenges in the American League that National League managers don't see. So I know how I feel about managing the two leagues. Which ones, it was all the same, but I'll never breathe it. There's different challenges, and both of them are. I'd like to see us all get underneath the same rule path, but grandpa the DH in or out, let's go. But nobody asked.
I know you've liked Steve Pearce since the Orioles got him, and you've had him, almost leave a couple times. Has he earned even more respect from you and your staff?
Probably. Jonesy and I were talking about in the dugout. He said, this guy, all the things that he's kind of been through. One, I'm on him because he loves the Orioles and loves being here and loves being a part of this. And it meant something to him to stay here. And he had opportunity to go elsewhere. And I think if it wasn't for his, trust in his teammates and the people here, he might have left. But I've said many times, he's a professional player. He gets it, and he doesn't put himself, on a pedestal. He's a good teammate. He likes to win. He's in great shape. He's running better than I've ever seen him run. And I'll tell you what, he's very quietly played a pretty solid first base. We took him on every road trip, it seemed like, in spring. He was happy to play. He gets what he has, and he doesn't assume it. No sense of entitlement at all, and that's a pretty good compliment.
Roster-wise, obviously, when
Chris, just heard anything from Chris? Okay.
But roster-wise, with the exception of Chris, perhaps Tuesday, you guys can be okay going into Milwaukee?
Well, I don't know if Dan's got anything else up his sleeve. We'll have to make right now I'm planning on the next move being for Chris coming back. Am I missing something? Somebody else? Sometimes you guys spend so many moving parts. I know we let Gosman, we let him pitch today, right? How'd he do? Eduardo pitched well first time back. I tell you who cut it up yesterday was Davies. He pitched with somebody else. Rehab. Oh, Bundy and him. It'll actually be the extended spring guys, and Bundy and Davies are the guys you're facing that day. Davies was up to 92, 93. All 148 pounds of him. How about the kid's got a good arm, doesn't he, Bauer?